This is a great question. So let's dive in. What are the differences between all the Blantons? Well, this is warehouse aged. This is where Blanton's is aged at the Buffalo Trace Distillery. So Blanton's comes from Buffalo Trace Mash Bill number 2, which is their high rye bourbon. Now, Blanton's is produced and marketed by the Sazerac Company, which owns Buffalo Trace, and this is done at Buffalo Trace Distilling. However, they don't actually own this brand. Blanton's is actually owned by a brand called Age International. So Blanton's was launched in 1984 under master distiller at the time, Elmer T. Lee, and it was the first modern bourbon brand marketed as a single barrel bourbon. Bourbon's aged 6 to 8 years, usually in warehouse age at Buffalo Trace, which is a metal building. It allows the bourbon to age rapidly in that warehouse versus the traditional bricks, as you see in the background. Now, up until 2020, the single barrel Blanton's that comes in at 93 proof was the only Blanton's that was sold in America. However, there's a bunch of different varieties for international markets, so let's go into them. So obviously you saw the video yesterday, Blanton straight from the barrel. That was not available in the US up until 2020. And that is uncut. That is at its highest proof. It's whatever it comes out of that specific barrel. That's the proof it is. Now in select international markets, there's a green label Blanton's, which is at 80 proof. So they proof that all the way down to 80 proof. And then in Japanese markets, there's the black label. This one also comes in at 80 proof. There's the Takara red label that comes in at 93 proof. These are absolutely delicious. The one that I've tried, at least. And then there's also the Takara Gold Edition coming in at 103 proof. The Gold Edition and the straight from the barrel are now available to be sold in the US after 2020. And the Takaras are typically aged 2 years longer than the traditional Blanton's offering. So anywhere from, instead of 6 to 8 years, we're talking 8 to 10 years. And for what it's worth, Blanton's is probably one of the most iconic bottles in all of bourbon. If you want to give somebody a gift and you want a showstopper, even people that don't drink bourbon know the Blanton's bottle. It's such a signature, iconic bottle. And to answer the question, this is a 700 milliliter bottle. I'm just a very, very large man, so yes, it does look like a tiny bottle, especially when I'm holding it. But the Blanton straight from the barrel is absolutely delicious. I think straight from the barrel, the Blanton's Gold, those are just like top tier. Regular Blanton's is still really good bourbon at the end of the day. But yeah, that's all the different varieties of Blanton's. Hope that helps. Cheers and follow for more.